Welcome, 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 welcome. Your sister is tired today. You hear what I'm saying to you? I'm weary. I'm weary. It's been I did some yard work. So I'm feeling the residual effects as we speak. But I just wanted to pop on here and say hi and see how everyone is doing. I shan't be long because I said I will post a video every day, but this is not going to be a long video, I promised you. I hope everyone is having an exhilarating kind of Saturday because that's what Saturdays are for, to have a good time. And so I hope everyone is having an absolute blast. My Saturday is super. It's been super, super, super thus far. Earlier on today, Siobhan, myself, and the sweet boy, we did our normal Saturday thing. We went to our special place, Juniper, get some latte, yummy, and a little sandwich, and that's what we do on weekends. And we just be with each other, enjoy family, because family is absolutely wonderful. And so we're a family who love and appreciate each other, and we try to spend as much time together as we can. And then after that, it was raining, the boy was sleeping, and I decided, you know what, I can't wait anymore. I need to go do some gardening because it's been on my mind. I want to get out there for the longest while. It's been raining, it's been cold, not appropriate weather. But today, even though it was raining, I decided I was going to go out there. I was going to get the rakes, I was going to get the shovel, I was going to get the clipper, I was going to get the gloves, the boots, and I'm going to start raking those leaves from under those flower plants and trees. And let me tell you something. That was the most fun I've had in like forever. I didn't know. Somebody should have told me. It is being outside and taking care of being in nature and working with plants tells you a lot about Christianity and about God. And so I get to understand some of the Bible teaching in a very physical way, and it was beautiful. And I look forward to doing more because there's quite a lot of yard work to do because Siobhan does have a pretty reasonable sized piece of property, and I'm going to get it done. I just love it. Who knew? I didn't know. I didn't know. So I'll talk about that a little more as I go today. But anyway, for those of you who stumble onto this channel by accident, I say welcome. Thank you for stopping, and hopefully the thought I have today is going to be a blessing to you, and you may want to be a part of this community. You are indeed welcome. So let me introduce myself. My name is Beverly, and the name of my channel is Not on My Soapbox. Not on my soapbox, because you know what? It's not really a soapbox. I'm not the soapbox kind of person, but I figure it's a catchy theme. So that's what we have. All right. And we are a community of very friendly, respectful, decent people. I am not here to give any advice. I am here to talk about my experiences and how I deal with them. And if you happen to get some information that's beneficial to you, I love it. I am just here to shine light. I am here to help one person Facebook Live, one live on Facebook Live. No biggie, But I always want to come from my standpoint. Like I said, it's not a Christian channel, but I am Christian. And so my examples will be based from my experience with God and from the Bible. But don't let that stop you, because all thoughts are welcome. All thoughts are welcome. All philosophies are welcome because I like to learn and grow, and hopefully you can learn and grow from me also. All right. Also, this is Facebook Live, but I do have my channel is on YouTube, and I'm also on Twitter. But on YouTube, if you want to subscribe to this channel, you have to go to YouTube, and you just press the notification, press the subscribe button, press the notification bell, so whenever I upload another video, you get the first dig. And if you like what I'm doing, click like. If you have a comment, please give your comment on YouTube, because I promise you, if you put a comment there, I will get back in contact with you, because I look forward to talking to my community. Okay? And for those of you who may have an advertisement, or who wants to advertise your business, or who might be struggling with a problem, or who might be celebrating something special, or if you have a thought or a suggestion, all is welcome. If you're part of my community and you signed and you subscribe on YouTube, you are welcome to use this platform in a very positive way. So welcome, welcome, welcome. It's not just my channel, it's our channel. And I promise you, if I get a blessing, you get a blessing as well. That's how it works. I don't need it all for myself. I am not about that. I am here to help, assist, encourage, love, support. That's what I'm about. You don't have to figure it out. Pretty simple. All right. So if I can assist you in any of those, please feel free to let me know. All right. I hope wherever you are right now, you are indeed having a really good time, because it's very important. Okay? All right, I'm not going to be here long, because like I said before, I am weary, and I know you have to be too, because it's 8:29 at your space if you are not, and wherever you are, hi Lauren, how you doing? Wherever you are right now, I know it's early evening, and so I don't take that for granted. I know it's prime time. So before I get out of here, let me just quickly share my thought, the thought that God had me. I didn't even prepare for this thought. It's going to be so simple. And this one is literally based on my life. Literally based on my life. And I've tried to use it, and so I want to share it with you. The theme is waiting on another. Waiting on another. I remember when I was in my 30s, I think maybe early 30s, it could have been early 30s. I was having a misunderstanding with my husband at the time. And, I was telling another sister, what was happening. And this is what she said to me verbatim. And I will never forget it, because it helped me out so much. And I use it even to this day, because it was such valuable information that I needed. Sometimes somebody can come and say something to you very easily, and they don't know how that's going to affect you. And this sister has affected my way of thinking until after all these years. And I know I'll continue to put that stuff into practice. This is what she said to me. She said, Beverly, when God reveals stuff to you through his word, because you've studied, because everybody's on their own journey, and they may not have received that information as yet. Now that you have the information and they may not have the information, it is important for you to wait on that person. And I thought that information was amazing. Amazing, because what happened, I was getting frustrated. How come he wasn't getting what I was saying? We started at the same place. We were in the same space, hearing the same things, exposed to the same experiences. And what she said to me made a lot of sense. And I thank her for it. And I don't even know if she knows. I think I may have reminded her about it recently. And I said, you remember you said something to me maybe over 20-something years ago. And you may not remember the impact it had on my life. And so this is a thought that God put on my heart today to remind me of. That we need to wait on each other. When you are in relationship, there's always, one is always ahead of the other. Or sometimes you get to be in the same space and you have to work to that. One of the most brutal things you can do is two people coming together to agree together trying to go in the same direction. Because remember, as individuals, we come into a relationship with our own idiosyncrasies and our own baggage and our own thinking and, all these different things we bring into that relationship. And especially if we're still broken, we bring that brokenness also. So trying to come together with another human being to go in the same direction, it takes a lot of work, and it can be done. It can be done, but it takes work, it takes practice, it takes time, it takes compromise, it can be done. That's what God talks about, two becoming one. We always think is the sexual relationship. No, it's all of marriage, where you become one in your thinking, in your goals, in your reactions, in your response. All of that is about becoming one. That's not an easy thing to do, but it can be done. And when it's done in a relationship, whether it's a husband and wife relationship, best friends relationship, sibling relationship, parent to child relationship, whatever relationship it is, if you get that done, it's a beautiful thing. And then you see the value of a relationship when it's working properly. So the sister said to me, Bev, sometimes it's good to know that everybody is on their own journey, and we are not all at the same place at the same time. And so you have to recognize that, one. And two, it's unfair to try to pull somebody along before they're ready, because all those steps are important. And not because you receive clarity and you've been given vision through the word, you have the right to go back now and try to drag somebody up to where you are. That's not fair to that person, because that person is not going to grow. That person is going to grow in a dysfunctional kind of way. You have to allow that person to grow and mature and make the mistakes and come along at their pace. I mean, that information for me was wow. Wow, because sometimes what happens when we're in a relationship and we're so close to the person we're in relationship with, we think that they should see things just like we see things. We think that they should respond to a thing just like we respond to the thing. The thing that we should react to, they should react to the thing just like how we react to the thing. Because we are here together, we have the same intent, we have the same goal, yes, but we have to remember that that person is an individual. Is an individual working their journey at their pace, experiencing things differently than you do. As much as you love that person, as much as you guys are in the same house, in the same space, experiencing the same things, it means that the process is different because you guys are two different people. And that information blew my mind, and it allowed me to learn to relax and not get frustrated. And I took that with all my relationships, not get frustrated with the relationships that I'm in, but acknowledging the people I'm in relationship with, they are unique and their experience is unique, and their journey is different to mine. Their journey is different to mine, so we have to respect and we have to wait on each other, because you won't want anybody to pull you along before you're ready. And sometimes because we love that person, we want them to come on, let's go. No, you have to wait for that person and understand where they are right now. There's a reason why they're there. There's a reason, and they have to learn the paces, and they have to fall and scrape their knees. Even if you got the information, because you went through the paces yourself and you want to spare them all those other things, but they have to go through it. You can give them the information, but they have to digest and process the information at their own pace. Is very, very important, and that's going to take away a lot of stress and frustration, and it's going to help us with our patience with the people that we are in relationship with. Because I found out the people who are closest to us, they have the ability to make us have the least amount of patience. Isn't that funny? We can have more patience with a complete stranger than to have patience with your sister in the same house with you, because, oh, you should know, wait a minute, your sister is a human being. And as much as she knows you and all that stuff, what's valuable to you may not be valuable to her. And we have to allow people to come through their process. And so that was the thought when that sister gave it to me 20-something years ago. I never forgot it. And so you know that helps me? It helps me to respect the people that I have relationships with. So when somebody is talking to me about a stuff or asking a question or whatever it is, I respect that person's sentiment. I respect the person's thought. I respect the person's questions. There is no silly questions to me, because we all are on different journey. And I don't believe somebody's going to ask a question if they know the answer to it. And if they know the answer to it, maybe they need clarification. So I don't assume. So I value people's opinions and suggestions and questions, because it's important, because where they are, it's important. And if I am above, I can be more empathetic. And if I am below and they're above me, I can ask my question until the answer is given, because it's important. It's important to be seen. It's important to be heard. It's important to be understood and not have to make an apology for that. So I have learned, and I'm still learning. This is 20-something years I got that information. And to this day it works. Even with my grandbaby. I apply that process. Because whatever he's trying to say to me is valuable to him. As much as I want him to come on, let's go, the rain is coming. If he stops to jump in the puddle, listen, I'm going to wait in the puddle with him, because I know that's valuable to him. So I'm going to make sure I have an umbrella, I have a raincoat for him, and all that stuff. So I try to meet him where he is, because that activity is valuable to him. And the same thing goes for everybody else. Everybody's on their own journey, and we should meet people where they are, and people should meet us where we are. We to assume that somebody knows. Well, you have to have known. You were there with me. I remember people said, but Bev, you were there. I said, I may have been there. The reason why I don't remember that activity is because it wasn't significant to me. Because you remember that which makes you happy or makes you very, very sad. So you might have been really happy about that activity because it applied to you at that particular point. we experiencing the same thing, but it didn't apply to me the same way. I wasn't moved the same way because it wasn't valuable to me at the time. So my brain did not record that information, you know. But so you can't. But you Beverly, you know you were there. I'm like, yes, I was there, but I'm sorry, I don't remember exactly. It wasn't important to me. So I know that for myself. And so I remember that for others. So wherever a person is in the relationship that you are in, as a form of respect for that person, I try to make sure and understand what's being asked of me, what's the suggestion, and then I say, is this what you're saying? You know, because sometimes I get it wrong. You know, but I take it seriously because I know it's important to them. So we have to wait. Even if you think that person should be further along, it's not for us to judge. It's really not for us to judge because we all grow differently. Let me just let me just segue over a little bit, you know. Let's take, for instance, learning. I learn different. I learn by doing things over and over. If you tell me something that I have to learn, except Bible stuff, I learn Bible stuff differently. But if you tell me something that has to do with computer, if you tell it to me and if you just do it, I'm not gonna get it. It doesn't matter if it's A, B, or C. I'm not gonna get it. In order for me to get it, I have to literally do it for myself. I have to write down the information, and then I have to literally do it for myself. That's how I learn. That's the way I've always learned. Somebody, they could hear you say a thing, and they made a connection. Somebody, they could see you do boom, 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 and they get it. But we are all different. We learn differently, and the same thing for the way we are on our journey. All our journeys are different. And we cannot bystep that. We cannot overlook it. Our journey is not more important than theirs, or their journey is not insignificant, because we don't mean these things, but if we're not careful, that's the message that we're projecting. You know, you should know better. Come on, Beverly, you've been there already. No. Beverly might seriously have a learning disorder or whatever the case. I might literally have I'm disabled. You know, I have something that's malfunctioning in me. So we can't take it for granted. So I literally took that lesson to heart. So all the relationships that we are in, if we can take time with the people we have relationship with, respect their journey, and that will help us not to get so frustrated sometimes, you know, because you feel what happens. This is what happens to us, why we get frustrated, right? Let me talk about myself. I can remember back then why I get frustrated, because I try not to get too frustrated, not because I'm older, and I'm really more empathetic, really. Praise God. I'm really, really more empathetic, and I have a whole lot more patience. Thank God. All right? God's been working on me for a long time. But I lost my train of thought. I completely lost my train of thought. Anyway, the point is, let me get back to the point, maybe the thought will come back. So, this is what I was going to say, because of how close we are to the person, we lose patience. Because of how close we are to the person, we lose patience. But should we have the most patience with the one who we're closest to? But we take those people for granted. And the reason why that's important, because patience shows love. When you have patience with somebody else who is trying to understand the thing and doesn't understand it, because in relationships, sometimes one person is always further ahead in the relationship in certain things, and then sometimes again that other person is further ahead, and then hopefully at some point you guys are together. but because because that person is close to you, you think it's okay to just, pull that person up, but you don't realize that's disrespectful and you're doing that person an injustice. So the people that we're in relationship with, we need to have some more patience with them because they on their journey too. It's not just us. They on their journey too. And patience shows love. I mean, how much patience does God have with us? Huh? How long we've been fighting with a thing? I mean, eventually, that we're gonna overcome it, but most time it's not one time, right? It's not one time. Sometimes it's year in, year out. We're going back, Lord, I can't believe I'm here with this again. I've had those struggles. Not so much anymore because I realize the more I surrender my life to God, is the easier I give up on my will and way. It really becomes easy, But I remember those times with that sin that so easily beset us. That sin you've been fighting with, and then boom, you're going good for 2-3 things, and then boom, I remember those days. But God is always patient with us, and He doesn't say to us, "Come on, Bev, you should know better. You here again with this?" I mean, we deserve to have it said to us, but He doesn't. He doesn't deal with us like that because He knows that we are trying. He knows that we are trying. And so the same thing goes for relationships also. When you are in the position of being ahead and you have the urge to go back and just drag that person along, stop. Come back. And sometimes it's good to just walk with. What are you struggling with? What don't you understand? How can I help you? This is how I see it. And this is why I am working this way. And maybe perhaps a discussion can take place where you guys can both eventually get on the same page. So don't throw your hands up in the air. I've done it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's immature. Listen, I have done it. But when you learn better, you gotta do better so you can get better. So that's my spiel. It's Saturday. I don't need to go on and on and on. That's my spiel, really. So one of the best way we can, another way for us to respect each other is to wait on each other. Because if you were struggling with a thing, you would like your spouse, your partner, whoever you're in a relationship with, to wait on you and to understand and to respect where you are. If you respect where your person is, that makes a big, big difference. And at least you get to see your person, because sometimes we take it for granted. But we need to see our person. We need to see whoever we're in relationship with, see where they are, honor that, honor them, and show respect. Look, that's all I got, guys. That's all I got. Nana Berry style. Nana Berry style. Nana Berry out there. She's been raking and pulling up weeds and tears and just lifting. And I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow in my bones. But you know what? It was good today. It was really, really good today. And I'm so thankful to God that He has exposed me to this life. I get to go and be in nature, plant and pull and learn more about God's words that way, learn more about myself. God is doing all sorts of things with me. As I surrender my life, He is just opening up all sorts of avenue for me to see Him and understand what He is about and His word. And you know what? None of it is lost on me. None of it is lost on me, guys, because He's working on me in a very favorable way. Listen, guys, I thank God for you guys, because I contemplated not even coming online because I didn't, what am I going to talk to my people about? But I'm glad I did, because that helped me a lot, and hopefully it will help you also as well. Listen, today, right now, I'm going to keep talking about it, because every time I talk about it, I realize how relevant it is. Right now is all we have. It really is. This is what counts right now. As we move away from this video and we go into our spaces and our lives and our relationships, let's go there with kindness and patience and meekness, compassion, patience. Be in the moment, be in the space, be in your relationships, be present, because all we have is now. And you're awesome and you're valuable and you bring some worth and wealth. And so does that other person or people that you share that space with. Kindness wins every time. Love overcomes every time. It may not happen at that moment, but I guarantee you, if you plant the seed of love, it's going to come back in an abundance. In an abundance. Again, thank you for just listening to what I had to say. Please don't forget to go over to YouTube. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Give a comment. If you like, you don't like, you have questions. You have a topic you want me to speak about. YouTube. That's where it comes. That's how the business is going to grow. That's how I'm going to get a blessing. And that's how you're going to get a blessing too. Remember, it's not just my channel. It's all of ours. And God sees way beyond what I'm seeing. But I guarantee you, for the little time I started here, the blessings has been, I can't even hold them. It's been so many. It's been so many. So I know I'm doing something that honors God. I'm doing something that honors God. I thank God for you. I hope you had a great week. I hope your Sunday has been really good. I hope in all of it you were able to say thank you, God, for grace and mercy. I hope you're feeling well. I hope your family is well. And I hope you rested and having a good time getting ready for worship. However you're going to do it, whether virtually or in person. Listen. Have a great night. No regrets. No remorse. Do your best. Look, I love you. I do. I really, really do. I pray for you like you're my own children. You've been a blessing, a source of blessing and encouragement to me. Thank you for all you offer. Thank you for who you are. Thank you for the gifts that you bring and the way you help me to be better. And I hope I'm blessing you as well. I love you. I love you to bits and pieces. I love you to life. Have a good night. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye.